everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Dear Tarot podcast. This is episode 4, and we'll be answering 2 listener questions today. The first question comes in from N, who asks about a romantic opportunity at work. And the second question comes from a reader who wants to know if they are on the right track in their business right now, who can they best serve, and what kind of guidance can they get from their spirit guides on the subject matter. Okay, well, I'm really excited. I don't know about you guys. So let's go ahead and get the cards out. We'll ask Spirit the answers to these questions and get started. So I'll see you in there.
Hey Simone, love the work that you're doing. Just had a quick question, hopefully that you can answer for me. There's this girl at my work who seems very interested in me, but she has a boyfriend, and I'm not really sure if I should pursue that kind of thing. Thanks ahead of time, and have a beautiful day.
All right, and we have all of your cards drawn for you. You have the World, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. You also have the Death card. And I've also pulled several oracle cards for you as well. So let's get into this topic. First of all, I want to say that the Queen of Swords is appearing here to talk about standing up for what's right and the truth. And in this particular situation, it seems as if she is saying to you, stand up for what you believe in. And the King of Cups is also here today. And the King of Cups talks about honesty and emotion and the power and importance of emotion. The World card has showed up again here. And it would seem as if the universe is saying, go for it. Because all of these cards are so powerful. But when we add in the final tarot card that you pulled for today, which is the Death card, we do see that there are themes of this being a learning experience. And furthermore, the World card is the end of a particular cycle. It's talking about having the world at your feet, but also having completed a cycle of negative energy that will help you in the future, in your future ventures into the romantic world. The Death card talks about shedding that which no longer serves you and the types of things that will help you feel like you are advancing past a negative cycle of energy. And when I saw these cards, I wanted to kind of delve a little bit deeper into what kind of cycle there could be in this for you. And so I went ahead and pulled 2 cards from the past lives deck. The first card here says, help to those around me and betrayal of ideas. So let's get into what each of these cards could mean. You are a soul that in past lives was dedicated to helping other people. And that was part of your life mission. In this life, it's possible that you work in health or something social where you're implicated, and your mission is that you have to try to work a little less. You have a tendency to work really hard. And when you implicated yourself into this situation in a past life, you really gave everything of yourself, and you never doubted the necessity of what people needed. It's just that you put your own self to the side, and your own wishes and your own desires started to fall to the wayside. Your soul thrives on feeling useful, and that is why once you find your place, you feel really connected to it. And you like working when you're in contact with other people. However, it can be hard to feel that you're taking up enough space and you are not going to really thrive in a sales type of business or something like that. And the truth is that you're the type of soul and the type of person that will just help others regardless. So it's almost as if paying any attention to this weird situation with the girl at your work is inviting the closing of a certain cycle of being overly helpful. It's as if you're serving some sort of purpose for her. Maybe she needs to feel excited again. Maybe she's bored. But it's very interesting to me that there is a masculine and a feminine hand depicted here, but that there is a space between them. They're not holding hands. The hands are separate, and therefore it seems as if you have released the need to always help people. And this is kind of true for all different areas of your life. So, your challenge in this lifetime is that you find a professional situation that is important to your soul, and that in your personal life, you also start to really pay more attention to your own self, nurturing the things that you need to say and want to say. When I asked Spirit where you are in that particular cycle, that one was sort of in the middle. It's as if you are still learning this lesson. But then we also have the Betrayal of Ideas card coming up next for you. Your soul is one that has a lot of ideas. You can see that depicted in the card with all of the different flowers and the petals surrounding it. And you can see that this figure is thinking and has a lot of ideas. During the past lives, your soul had expressed many new and innovative ideas. And that is how you gain the trust of those who are around you. And it also was, in some past lives, not exactly a positive thing. It seems as if in a past life you were betrayed concerning your ideas. It's possible that in your past lives, your ideas were stolen or you were locked away in jail or something like that. And that has caused you to form a protective shield energetically around your third eye and crown chakras. Your soul lost the confidence that it needs in its ideas in order to be able to express yourself without fear. And your challenge in this lifetime then is to trust your ideas and above all, the thoughts that you have about your intimate situations. Your deep convictions are your guidance in this lifetime. And you need to put that lens over the decisions that you make. In particular, in this situation at work, put the lens of what do your ideas, what do you truly feel about it on there? And through that lens, what does the situation look like? And I asked the cards, well, how close you were to resolving this energetic cycle. And the card says, actually, it's a full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. And this to me says that you are at the culmination of having understood the lesson behind the situation. The full moon is about halfway through the lunar cycle. And that's what that would put you in this particular cycle as well. And finally, I pulled one card just from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck from Amanda Lovelace. And this card says morning. The world awaits you. And I'm going to read directly from the guidebook for this one. You've been alive, sure. You've been waking up, doing what you need to get through your day, going back to sleep, repeat. Have you been living, though? Truly living? I think you need to hear this now more than ever. Your life is incredibly precious. Out there, the world awaits you. And now is the time to make good moments and learn to treasure them as they come. All right, Anna, thank you so much for submitting your question. I hope that this reading helps you get a little bit closer to understanding what is going on in this situation. And if it resonated, feel free to comment. If you're listening now, I would also like to remind you that the last part of this podcast, I will be doing a collective reading. So there may even be messages waiting for you. Are you interested in a reading tailored to your exact situation? In the private session, I tune into your spread and your story. So the guidance speaks directly to you and your situation, not a general one. Walk away with clarity on your next step, aligned timing, and a simple plan you can act on today. Book your individualized tarot or astrology reading now. Link in the show notes. All right, we're going to move on to question 2. This question comes from B, and she says, I have spent this year working towards connecting with my deeper purpose here and wanting to help others. I have tried a few things and put a few things out there, but not really sure that I've found my thing yet. I have a deep feeling or calling that I'm here for something bigger. Something that helps the greater good, but I'm just not sure what that is. I know that these things change and evolve over time, but I'm just not sure where to start. I'd love to know from Spirit who to start helping right now and how to help them so that I can start doing work that feels good and fulfilling. Gorgeous. And the original question was, who can I best serve and how in my business right now? This question is so great, and this is one I actually get quite often, and it's one that I would have chosen actually to do an astrology reading about. I just think that the astrology chart has so much to offer in terms of discovering life purpose and all of that. However, I do luckily have my astrology oracle cards with me today, so we're going to lean in that direction for this reading. All right, to start with, I have 2 cards from the Moonology deck. One there. And the Moonology deck has brought us these 2 messages. One that says, nothing will come of this situation, and one that says, a new start is coming. And so it does seem very interesting. It looks a little bit like the yin and the yang if you were to see it in person. However, it's depicting neither a new start nor a false start. There is the potential for almost anything here. And I think that must be where the difficulty is coming through for you, because it just feels like there could be so many different options. So let's take a look at what else we've got today. The next card that I got in for you today was the Envoltura Carnal, which of course is not English. It means basically your embodiment in this lifetime. So your actual incarnation is another way to put it. And this guidebook is so fascinating. I want to sort of translate it for you. So if the words sound a little funny, it's because I'm translating them, and that's why. It's possible that you feel bad about yourself right now or have various complexes that you don't really even know how they got to come about. You also may have difficulties understanding and connecting with your emotions, even the deepest ones. It could be that it's difficult for you to find your place among others, and that you have the impression that you just don't have the right code for interacting normally or positively with other people. Your soul is having a hard time connecting to this incarnation, and it could be that it's causing a great dispersal of vital energy and even like serious tiredness as well. This is totally normal, given that your soul is not accustomed to being incarnated like this. And it could be that you even incarnated as the opposite gender for many or most of your past lives, and you're just having a hard time connecting to this one. And so it's hard for you to really trust that your image and who you are should be connected to the outside and the inside. You see, it's hard for you to even really accept the difficulties that you've been going through, trusting yourself at all. And so that's why this idea of a life purpose seems so vague and unclear. And that's simply because it's hard to trust that your body actually knows all the answers for you. And that this search for some outside life purpose is actually an inward search to discover what you like and what you don't like, what you're afraid of, and what feels like it's in your comfort zone. So I would highly recommend, I actually just did a course on this on Insight Timer called Fulfill Your Life Purpose. And in that course, we go through all of the steps that you will need in order to fulfill your life purpose. But the basic idea is that you can connect with what you do naturally, your natural personality traits, your needs. And if this card is suggestive, there could be some neurological differences or just hormonal differences in your body that are also out of your control. And so understanding how to work with those ups and downs instead of trying to fit yourself into a specific box is really important. All right, so yeah, number one, you'll want to know what your personality traits are and your support needs are. Number two, you're going to want to look in your astrological chart and find out all the things that are hidden there. And then number three, you would go through this really lovely, framework that I always use in my work, and it's not one that I created. It's called Ikigai. Ikigai. I-K-A-I, sorry, I-K-I-G-A-I. Yeah, something like that. Okay. And this is a concept of the point where all four of these four questions meet. So, what do you like doing? What do you love doing, better said? What are you good at? What does the world need? And who will pay you for this work? Okay. So that's how you answer that. But I'm going to give you a little bit more in this reading because I don't want to just leave you like that. Yeah. And it could be that your work even does revolve around this very specific sort of karmic cycle that you're going through. Often we have a life purpose that is connected very closely to the suffering that we have experienced. Because a lot of people come at it with the mind frame of, yeah, I suffered this and I don't want anybody else to suffer what I have gone through. So I'm going to help other people avoid this or help the conditions of this situation. right? And I think that in this case, it could be connected to your life purpose. Let's see what else we have here. We also have, oh, lovely, we have the lime, which brings luck and comes from the sign Capricorn, a very motherly, caring, very responsible, down to earth type of energy. And I imagine that has to do with your energy as a guide or a teacher. And then let's go ahead and see here. We've got the Pisces in reverse. Yeah. And so we've got water in reverse and we've got earth in reverse as well. So Pisces in reverse would ask you the same thing that Capricorn in reverse does, Capricorn in its upright position does. And that is, how can you bring this work to earth? And that could be the form in which you work. So it could be referring to the fact that you will be writing books, selling property, working with money itself. These are all things ruled by earth. However, it could be anything else in terms of the physical body. So it could be that health is very high on your mind. I think with the Pisces in reverse, we know that this is a very high Virgo energy reading. And then we've also got Capricorn. To me, the way that you communicate is by helping physical bodies of some sort. So it's not just fancy, dreamy, eclectic type of stuff. It's more real life, supporting the physical body, supporting the health of others. That type of energy is what I see. And that also, yeah, I'm just realizing gets in touch with this part as well, right? As in, what does our physical incarnation look like? And wow, I'm just really excited. I didn't even see that connection until it just came to me. So yeah, I think that is what your spirit guides are trying to say for today. So actually, I'm pretty excited about this reading. Maybe tarot is just as powerful as astrology in life purpose. I don't know. I don't know. But I would be willing to give it a chance for sure. Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading. We're going to be answering the question today of what your spirit guides want you desperately to know for this next chapter of your life. The first pile is represented by the bell. The second pile is represented by the flute. And the third pile is represented by the drum. So go ahead and take a deep breath and choose whichever calls to you more, the bell, the flute, or the drum. And I will see you in your reading. Welcome, pile number 1. You chose the bell, and your reading today is absolutely gorgeous. The first card that you got in was the Tranquility card, and this is represented by the violet, a purple flower. And on the card, you can also see the symbols for Pisces. There's a candle lit, there's various stars as well. And this card talks to us about dreaming, about the quiet spaces in which we discover what messages Spirit has for us. Although you may have been feeling tested recently, you are going to advance in this next chapter of your life. And there is something breaking open. You may want to have to adapt, and that's where the Four of Swords also comes in, talking to us about really thinking and dreaming and planning about how you want your new chapter of this life to look like. What are the people and the places that you want to experience? There is a deep meaning of loyalty and truth here. And it is important that you keep those things that are not quite ready to see the light of day to yourself. And that may include this next chapter of your life. Maybe you don't give all of the information to everybody, and that is okay. The Queen of Pentacles has also come in your reading, and you can see in the card, she is holding a pentacle very dearly and very closely as she sits on a throne in her garden, surrounded by the bounty that she has created for herself. The truth will prevail, and that which is no longer wanted will be weakened. Be wary of intolerance, insensitivity to the feeling of others, and blind faith. This is represented both by Venus and Pisces. And this is a card that talks about not only going after what you desire, but also deeply enjoying that action of moving forward. The Queen of Pentacles is very often known as the queen of business projects. And so it may be that pile number one, you are going to be starting something new concerning business venture or a way of earning money. She also rules things like the physical body and long-term relationships and property. If you are planning an in-person retreat for a spiritual retreat of some sort, she would be hailing an effort that you put in that yields real results. You just need to take some time to plan it out and dream and think about what you really want to allow in and what you don't want to allow in. Thank you, pile number one. I hope this reading resonated for you. Please leave a comment if it did, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello and welcome, pile number two, to your reading. You chose the flute today, and your first guiding card comes from the Green Witch Oracle deck and says agreement, depicting strawberries. You also got the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Strength card in its upright position. I'm getting the feeling that people haven't always been on board with this new chapter in your life, and that there has been some disagreement in the past concerning what it is that you should be doing versus what it is that you want to be doing. It may be that the people around you haven't exactly been supportive in the way that you need in order to get this project or this new chapter of your life off the ground and working. However, there is a sense that things will be coming into agreement in the near future. In fact, the strawberry plant also depicts the sign of Libra, and it talks about working together with others. So even though there is a sense that in the past things haven't always come to an agreement, it's true that now things are connecting, and there may be an opportunity in the near future for you to work with others. This could be in a business or even a romantic sense. And here's what the guidebook has to say from the Green Witch Oracle deck by Sherilyn Darcy. Group work, connection with others, and partnering with like-minded individuals and entities are all areas that Strawberry works with. Inability to share or wanting to win at all costs will be highly detrimental to you. Work well with others. They are going to help you make a plan for this next chapter of your life. They are going to help you with the grand potential that you have. And I say grand potential because the third card that has come in for you today is the Strength card. And the Strength card talks about you having the strength, the wherewithal, the patience, and the ability to really make this new chapter of your life into something that you deeply desire to experience. It's important for you to know that this chapter brings you together with other people, talks about working together, being together, and agreeing with this dream and plan for the future. You are able to guide and influence the people around you, showing that you love them, showing that you accept them for who they are, taking the time to really maintain your composure when things get difficult. And there's a sense of working together and working against the setbacks and having a sense of stamina and strength as you move forward with this new chapter of your life. If you are currently single, this may herald a really powerful and important relationship in which you are able to go through these disagreements and disagree constructively for a better future and a better chapter on the horizon. Thank you so much for listening. Pile number 2. If this resonated with you, please do let me know in the comments section or the review section, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Welcome, pile number 3, to your reading. Today, your guiding card is the Ritual card, depicted by the sweet corn, and it's come in its reversed position. It's also depicting the sign of Leo, and it's the number 10. There may be unknown forces surrounding and working for you. You are being prompted to join in through dedicated study and physical action. Beneficial esoteric teachings are worthwhile pursuing, and a deeper connection with another is being forged, perhaps without you even realizing it. Be careful of secrets and confidential knowledge that may cause harm. That comes from the Green Witch Oracle deck by Sherilyn Darcy. The second card that is coming for you today is the Three of Wands. And the third card is the Page of Pentacles. The Three of Wands depicts a figure looking out over the horizon. And just as I'm saying this, the light is coming in right through the window onto your cards, pile number 3, really talking about just how much beautiful energy is coming in this next chapter of your life. You're being called on to become a leader. You're being called on to create rituals that support you, as Spirit is supporting you so deeply at this time. And sometimes it's hard for you to really imagine that. The projects that you're working on now, or this new chapter of your life, requires a lot of foresight and exploration and adventure into the unknown. But you're not alone. In fact, you are supported, and Spirit is supporting you throughout this. That's why ritual is so important, because it connects you not only to your physical body, but also to the spiritual guidance that is surrounding you at this time. You are going to be stepping into this spotlight, and really the sun is just shining through the clouds right now, right onto these cards, talking about the fact that you put in so much work, spiritual work, and that right now your life is going to take a new, prosperous twist. You're starting a new chapter, and the truth is that you can trust this process and this new way of being. You can trust other people, and you can trust Spirit. You know what you need to do to reach the abundance that you're seeking, wherever you're seeking it, whether that's in a romantic relationship or a business prospect, whatever the case for you. You have the physical world and your body and nature to bring you your dreams into a reality. So make sure that you're supporting yourself and really feeling how Spirit supports you during this next chapter of your life. Thank you so much for listening, pile number 3. If this resonated for you at all, then please go ahead and let me know in the comments section or the review section, and I would be so glad to hear about your individual take on this collective reading today. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Hey everyone, would you like to submit your question to the Dear Tarot podcast? Make sure you do that by sending me a review for this podcast. That gives me the idea that you really like this podcast. It helps the podcast grow. And that is the space in which you can request for your question to be answered. So I would be really excited to answer your question for you. And yeah, I would love to have that opportunity. So thank you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. If today's message sparked something specific for you, a one-on-one reading lets us go deeper into your chart, your cards, and your real-world constraints. You'll leave with personal insight, timing windows, and a tangible next step so that uncertainty stops running your show. Reserve your session today using the link in the show notes.